Alright, well, with the new year, I want to talk about my top 10 tallest buildings that I've been in as of 2018, now that it's 2019. So we're not going to include some of these towers, like the Rainier Tower that is on the screen right now, which would be in my top 10 at 514 feet, because we just walked through the base of it. We didn't go up it or spend any real time, we just cut through it at one point when we were in Seattle. And while it's really cool, I didn't spend any time there. I'm also not going to be including any of the Vegas hotels that I just walked through or spent a little bit of time in, because otherwise it would be all Las Vegas stuff, as I've gone in at least all the hotels at this point. Doesn't mean I spent time in there or anything like that. So with the rules out there, let's get to at least some structures that we went to that were new in 2018 that just didn't make the cut for my top 10 tallest. So these are the structures I went in. First off, we got Thompson Hotel in Seattle. This was our hotel that we stayed in. It was really nice and had a great view. Obviously, it's a really nice hotel. Can't say anything bad about it. The room was nice, and like I said, that view from that club up top was spectacular. As you can see right there, the bay was really nice looking out at the Sound. Next was the CenturyLink Field. We went to that in Seattle, obviously, because I'm a huge Seahawks fan. We wanted to take a tour, so we took a tour of it while we were out there, me and Brendan, and as you can see, we got to go up to where they raised the 12th flag, as well as we got to go on field, which was really neat, and definitely an experience that, I really enjoyed, and I would really recommend even if you just like football and, stadiums or anything like sports like that. It's really cool because you get to go behind the scenes, you get to go in like the press booth, where they give talks in the, well, not the Seahawks or Sounders locker room because they were there. But yeah, you go pretty much everywhere. It's really, really cool. Next up is the Hub at Reno, which is a building that this is the first one I've worked on. So that was really cool. I spent, a little over a month there. So every day for a month almost, I was working hard at this building. And I gotta say, it's really special to me. It's not tall enough to make my top 10, unfortunately. But as you can see, it was well under construction when I was there, so pretty neat. Alright, so our next up is some more that I worked on. These are Collab Apartments in Denver, and then Westminster, some more apartments that I went to. Another building that I got to go to is the Dinosaur Resource Center. It's the first time I got to go to this museum, so that's why it's included. I've got to see Megalodon, as well as Stan, a replica. Hopefully we'll get to go to the Black Hills this year and see the real Stan. Here's another tower that I worked on, was York Street Apartments. Pretty cool. Beacon 85, also really cool. Yeah, really nice design throughout the whole tower. Looked really fancy. I really enjoyed it. It had some cool little details in it. Next is the Meadows at Montbello. And then the Panasonic building. Kind of go there. It's a huge building out kind of near DIA, if you're ever in Colorado. The Colorado Health Foundation. Really enjoyed the inside detail of this one. It was really well done on the inside with the vegetation and the cool staircase and everything. Another big one was the CDOT headquarters, kind of near Invesco Field in Denver. And then we'll just kind of rapid fire some of these ones. We went to Decatur Point, pretty nice. We went to some different facilities where they house different warehouses and stuff like that. And we gotta go to the Edgewater Civic Center. We're gonna go to the rec center down on what's that, Colfax there. And then we gotta go to CU. Gotta go to a couple buildings there. The administration building, which was really cool. Got this cool picture of the buffalo there, which really is an American bison, but you know, all that. Really nice detail on the inside as well. And then while I was there, I checked out the museum that they have on campus. I got to see the Triceratops skull, which was really a highlight for me. It's massive. If you're ever in town there, go see it. It's huge. As well as this Torvosaurus jaw fragment. Here's some more apartments that I worked on. This was actually my last building of 2018. I worked on those on New Year's Eve, so pretty cool. And that's going to be it for buildings that didn't make the cut. Okay, so these are buildings and structures that fell out of my top 10 tallest in 2018. Quickly jump to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Really nice stadium. Go check it out if you're ever there. Number 13 is the Statue of Liberty in New York. We went to when we traveled to New York in 2008, and hopefully we'll see it again soon. Number 12 is the Eagles Garden Observation Tower, which is really crazy because for the longest time it was probably the second tallest structure I was in. So it's kind of crazy to see how far that has fallen so fast. And it's sad because eventually it is going to get demolished, so its time is numbered. Number 11 now is the Luxor Pyramid. So just misses my top 10 tallest at 350 feet. I did get to see the Chris Angel Believe show while it was there. It's really nice, and it's cool. It has a big open atrium, as you can see from this picture looking down. And like I said, it's a big pyramid. What's not to love? But now you know what that means. We get to get to our top 10 tallest that I have ever been in, at least as of 2018. Okay, number 10 is the Monte Carlo Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada at 360 feet. It's a place where we got to go hang out with Bob Macy, a magician, after seeing the Lance Burton show, and we'd go hang out with him every time we went there. This is obviously Mark, my uncle, and we liked it because his initials are MC, and there you go, Monte Carlo. My brother was actually picked to go on stage at the Lance Burton show for the grand finale, so that was really cool. That was definitely an experience we won't forget. And I know now it's the Park MGM, but it'll always be that Monte Carlo to me, and I'll always have these memories of hanging out with Bob Macy and my brother going on stage. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's still in my top 10. Number 9 is the Venetian Resort in Las Vegas as well at 475 feet. This one's a pretty famous hotel in Vegas, mainly due to its attraction on the inside, which you can ride gondolas down. It looks like Venice and stuff. It's really, really cool, really well painted. When you're on the inside, like that picture, you can't really tell that you're on the inside of a building. It looks so real. And obviously we went there. If you watch the Last City vlog, here's one of the first times I was there with our friend Carl, which we'll bring up later in the video as well. But like I said, look at that. It is absolutely amazing, just the detail of work that went into it. Number 8 is the High Roller in Las Vegas. At the time of the recording, it is the world's tallest Ferris wheel. I know it'll be soon surpassed in Dubai, but when we went on it, it is the world's tallest at 550 feet. So you get absolutely really cool looking views at the strip. So if you want to take photos, really unique photos I should say, of the strip, which you normally wouldn't get, go there. It's really, really cool. Unless you're afraid of heights, then you know, you might not like it so much. But here we are at the top, looking quite thrilled. Well, maybe me not so much, but like I said, these views are spectacular and very hard to beat, though slightly beatable by another tower we'll talk about later. Number 7, real quick, is the Millennium Hilton Hotel, New York City. It's downtown by the Trade Center. We went in this in our trip to New York in 2008, and it's a really nice looking building. Can't complain with it one bit. Number 6 is the Space Needle in Seattle, Washington at 605 feet tall. Obviously, this was built for the World's Fair. When we went into it in 2018, just last year, it was during renovation, so we didn't really get the full feel, so we're hoping to go back at least relatively soon, I would say, and get to go see just the views, because the city view was kind of blocked when we went, but it's an historic place. It's really cool, and you get great views of the Sound. Cannot complain. So yeah, go visit it. I recommend. Okay, so now we get to my top 5 tall structures I've been in. Number 5 is the Hoover Dam in Clark County, Nevada. At 726 feet. It is really tall for a dam, and not the tallest in the world, but it's massive. It's like 1,200 feet wide, and when you go inside, you get to see those generators. It's mind-boggling. There's a look down. It's crazy. But it's not the tallest, and it's dropped out of my top 3. It used to be in my top 3, but replacing it in one of those spots is the Columbia Center in Seattle, Washington, at 932 feet tall. We just went to this last year, and I gotta say, not a lot of people, I don't think, realize there's an observation deck in there, but you will get the best views of Seattle from this building. I highly recommend it. And while it may be my 4th tallest building I've been in, or 4th tallest structure I should say, it is actually the 3rd highest observation deck I went to at 902 feet, slightly beating out our next one. But here's some of those views, just breathtaking. And like I said, we spent a long time in this building, because you can just kind of sit down, you can relax, and just look around. It's really amazing. And like I said, not a lot of people realize it's there, that the observation deck is there, I should say. But it's great. Go check it out. Here's a view from our cruise. Just, it's a dominant structure of Seattle. It's really cool. Going into number 3, we have the Stratosphere Tower in Las Vegas. Took multiple trips to finally get into the tower. We've always kind of just driven by it, but you know, last trip in January of last year, I was like, no, let's go in that. So we finally made it in there. So it becomes the 3rd tallest structure that I've been in, and those are the 2 new ones that jumped into my top 5. And like I said, its observation deck's only 873 feet right there, so it's not quite as high as the Columbia Center in Seattle. But overall, it's taller because of the spire, so it makes it my 3rd tallest structure that I've been in. But the next 2 are quite a bit bigger. Number 2 is the Empire State Building in New York City, New York. 1,250 feet at the mooring mast and 1,454 feet tall at the antenna. Previously, yes, it was number 2, and it's probably going to stay number 2, at least for part of the year. We have some trips planned, so keep an eye on this video next year. It should shake up. But absolutely historic, from being in King Kong to just being that iconic skyscraper. Like, when people think of skyscrapers, they think of the Empire State Building. And the observation deck's 1,050 feet, so it is the first one on this list over 1,000 feet, and it is 2nd tallest building, 2nd tallest observation deck. And here's us at it back in like 2008. It's really crowded, but it's because it's historic. There's a view of Lower Manhattan. It's quite different now compared to when we went, because they've gotten the World Trade Center complex rebuilt. And like I said, it's hard to beat it. Like, the history in that building is amazing. But number 1, Sears Tower in Chicago. Yes, I know it's called something else now. It's called the Willis Tower, but I don't call it by that because it's not what I've known it as. 1,451 feet tall at the roof. It is the tallest structure I've been to. It's actually 1,730 feet to antenna. I've been into it multiple times, obviously. First time in '93. Most recent time. The most recent time was 2017. We went to the glass floor, which was terrifying. It is at 1,353 feet, so nearly the height of the World Trade Center. But the Sears Tower is almost 100 feet taller at the roof. So here's a picture of the Sears Tower when it was called the Sears Tower, at least the entrance, and the Willis Tower now. But I'll always call it Sears. That's just how I grew up with it. As is a lot of Chicago people that I know will always call it Sears Tower, but it's a really nice looking structure. My favorite skyscraper of all time. Here's another picture real quick. Like I said, we come back to it, of Carl and us at the Venetian. Why do I come back to it? It's because he helped design the beams in the Sears Tower, so there's his autograph on one of my pictures of the Sears Tower. And like I said, it's my favorite tower. It's the tallest tower I've been in. It's really cool. The glass floor is terrifying, but come 2019, I think we're going to have a shake up in this list. Maybe not number 1, but But stay tuned, keep an eye on those city vlogs, and we'll see you next time.